Cursor disappeared again on me. Why does this keep happening? Go live.
Hang
All
on,
right, hold on. I think we're live. Let me double check on my phone real quick. Sorry, guys, just stream setup pains. Oh wow, we have quite a turnout. This is like the biggest stream turnout I've had in a while.
How many?
5 or 6 at the beginning, which is a pretty big start.
Whoa, someone's drawing kaiju up there.
Hold on, it's trying to load on my phone. There we go. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever Discovering SCP art stream. I am joined today by the wonderful Dr. Whitney and Wendigo. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
Who wants to go first? Me or you?
I would say alphabetical order, but you're both W's, so.
That's complicated. I'll save you the pain and go first. My name is Whitney. I'm an SCP author and artist. I draw lizards. Occasionally more than lizards, but mostly by choice, just lizards. All right, you're up, Wendigo.
Hello, I'm Wendigo, also known as Tinks. I don't know why I'm also called Wendigo. And I just do art. Occasionally just do SCP art. And I also crochet. I'm currently crocheting a little 999.
Hey, there you go. And Whitney, you may recognize from doing those comics we'll be on the stream, and Wendigo did the official channel art for Tan and I's little YouTuber guys. So they are both very big names on the channel. You probably see them around the Discord posting art and stuff. So make sure to say hi if you see them. But today, we are here to draw a little bit. Now, this is going to be kind of freeform. We didn't plan anything. These two are obviously much better at art than me. I'm still very new, but we might just free draw. They might like give me challenges, or like we might just banter and do whatever. But we're all going to be drawing on this little site that I think Aethra sent me called Aggie.io. It's like you go here and you send a link to your friends, and they all join, and you can like draw on different layers together. So I'm on layer 2, as you can see me moving it around here. What layer are you guys on?
I don't know. Oh, I'm on 5. That's a cool layer.
I'm on layer 3, and I draw in blue.
I'm gonna name this the Darnell layer.
I'm gonna draw in black, but I gotta do some sketches, so for now it's red.
I usually sketch in light blue, but since Wendigo's doing blue, I'll switch it up and do like green.
Oh, I can do like brown if you want, because that's what I usually go with.
I'll practice with green. Alright, so what should we draw first?
I don't know. What shall we draw first?
What masterpiece shall we play? Don't say dinosaurs, because I'm not going to be able to do that, unless you guys want to do dinosaurs. But I'll have to do like...
I got the October prompts up if you want to choose from that.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, what prompts you have?
I've got the 2019 prompts list.
Oh, the what's it called? What's it called? Damn it. Inktober. That's what it's called.
Ooh, Inktober. Isn't that like copyrighted now or some other nonsense?
There's some drama with that. Who cares?
Yeah, based. Chad take. Let's
Breaking
see.
laws.
Oh boy, it's Boots says OMG Aggie. Andre's leaving. Take care, Andre. Cole is gonna write some Halloween stuff while listening to this, so maybe Inktober is a good theme. Maybe we should draw something spooky. Are there any spooky prompts?
I think it's like a theme. Let me look up the Inktober.
It just gives you a single word and you have to go from that. I've only done Inktober once and I just can't bother to do it this year.
I'm gonna say this as a non-artist, so maybe I should know my place, but as someone who follows a lot of artists and have a lot of artist friends, I know Inktober is the month where everyone's like, I'm gonna draw 30 things one every day this month, and then by day 5 they're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I did one day and I said F that.
Same thing happened with Skiptember or whatever. Like, once you say you're gonna do something every day for a month, especially something as intensive as art that can take like several hours, I just feel like you're asking to tire yourself out.
Oh yeah, no one ever follows through. And if they do follow through, it's like a little, like 2 sketches and then they're done. And if it's a final product, then I have truly no idea how they're keeping it up.
The only way I could conceive is if they, like, art's their living and they have a Patreon, so they're, like, obligated money-wise to do it. They're like, this is my living. I don't have another job, so they have the time to do it and not want to die inside.
I think most people, That's not fair to say. Never mind. I was gonna say most people have something along with art that they do, but there's a ton of
Hmm.
people who make a living off art, so that's probably not fair of me to say.
Yeah, I know there are like a lot of big people that have like pages on what is it, Pixiv? I don't really use Pixiv. I don't know how that works. Or like Patreon art.
I've never heard of Pixiv.
Pixiv,
Me
maybe
neither.
that's just like Japanese artists, because a lot of Japanese artists have something called a Pixiv, and I never bother with it because it's like too much of a hassle.
So look that up.
Okay,
We
so
learn new things.
do you guys have any of those prompts? If not, I'm just gonna start doodling whatever. My usual
Uh,
drawing most of the time in my notebooks is just like I draw lines or squiggles and just like make stuff randomly.
I don't have the prompts, but Wendigo might. Do you have
like
those?
there's 31 prompts. I don't know how to
Yeah.
choose.
Pick the first one you see.
Crystal.
Crystal, there we go.
Crystal. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Gonna teach you guys an old classic trick that you probably already know and are way beyond. Oh
Nah,
wait, hang on,
show me.
I need to make this thinner. Um, God, I wish there was like a plus and minus for the brush size.
There is.
Wait, where?
It's it's on the right side. It says size. You drag it up, so if it goes up, it gets bigger, and if you drag it down, it gets
Oh
smaller.
yeah, yeah. No, I meant like a plus and minus button because the dragging's kind of imprecise.
Oh, oops.
No, you're good.
I get what you mean.
Hang on, that's marker. I need pencil. This is pencil. Why does it not look pencil-y?
I use the paintbrush, honestly, 'cause it's a bit smoother.
Yeah, because the pencil does not look like the pencil I'm used to. I'll just use paintbrush.
I'm losing track of who's who, but I trust you.
Alright, so I'm green. Check this out. This is pro art tip. They won't teach you this in a college class.
Whoa. Yo.
Yeah, they call me Prism Lord.
That's pretty epic, not gonna lie.
Damn.
Thanks.
At this rate, you'll be teaching us.
So speaking of teaching, what are like? Do you guys want to share some of your stories of like how you first got into art or like how you best learn, etc.?
My mother is an artist. She does a lot of art, and I literally just traced over all the stuff in like an art book when I was really little.
Oh, so it runs in the family, kind of.
Yeah.
That's
So you know the
actually
book
nice. Yeah,
Captain Underpants?
I've heard of it. I never read them though.
You've never read it?
Nope, but I know what
Damn.
it is.
Anyways, when I was in like I've been doodling a long time. I doodled frogs when I was younger because we had tons of frogs at my bird school. But when I got older, I would try and draw like toilets and stuff. And I would draw like toilet monsters because of Captain Underpants, and that's how I learned how to draw, is drawing toilet monsters. It's not as wholesome as Wendigo's story, but that's how it happened.
What a spectacular beginning. You know, two very
I
different
know.
beginnings too. I love that's like the two ends of the spectrum for art. It's like, well, my mother always did it and I learned from watching her work and tracing, and the other one's like, I drew toilets.
It was awesome.
It was?
No
It
regret.
sounds awesome.
It was
Artists
Still got- I
Hmm?
think I still got a bunch of old sketchbooks in my wardrobe closet. What's it called? It's basically like a bunch of stuff from like year 6, which is primary school.
That's cool.
Nice.
Does not look like a crystal. Hang on.
Oh.
Right.
Behold the light of the crystal.
Let's see.
Shining down on
it's
the
pretty
Dark Souls character.
It,
I actually never
Here.
played Dark Souls.
Oh, you should. It's so good. The character design, the music, the gameplay, everything is just chef's kiss. Love me the Souls games. I actually played through 3 with Tan when it came out. It was such a blast.
No.
I don't really even know what Dark Souls is. I'm gonna be honest.
So it's like a... How do I describe this? It's like an action RPG, which is like... There are stats and stuff and like equipment, but you like, you know, actually... It's not like turn-based. You hit and dodge and stuff.
Mhm.
And The thing that makes it the two things that make it famous is one is that it's like famously difficult. Although admittedly a lot of the difficulty in Dark Souls is just like patience and learning rather than like timing difficulty. That's more a Bloodborne thing. And the other thing it's famous for is it's got, these really beautiful visuals, this interesting characters and narrative, but none of the story is exposited to you. You learn all of it through reading item descriptions of your own volition. Like, not everything is super vague in the narrative, but there's like actually really beautiful and like super interesting lore. There you can find like hour-long lore videos on various parts, but all of it's told through items in the environment. None of it's just like spouted at you. You just kind of explore the world and figure it out, and it's so... Oh, it's so magical playing a Souls game for the first time, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of SCP in the way you, like, discover things.
Oh, absolutely. I bet you might get some vibes of SCP sort of going through it. I would highly recommend playing Dark Souls, but I will admit the first Dark Souls, unless you play Remastered, has some, like, bugginess and some, admittedly, more obnoxious than challenging game design. But 2 and 3 are both really good. Bloodborne's great. I'm so excited for Elden Ring coming out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I gotta get into more games, to be honest.
Honestly... Oh, sorry, what were you saying, Wendigo?
I was supposed to be playing Days Gone, like that one zombie survival game. But, no time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Especially if you guys are in, like, high school, college. It's just hard to have time to play games. Like, I'll be real with you, outside of the channel and like playing this weird gacha game on mobile I've been obsessed with lately, I just don't have time to play video games. I'm so busy all the time that by the time I've got like an hour or two free to play games, I'd rather just like watch like videos and go to bed.
Just chill.
Yeah. Like I'll put on Venture Bros or Lost or something, or I'll like listen to Magnus Archives and just lay in bed. I don't feel like doing anything.
No, I get that. I don't
recognize those numbers.
Wait, you're a Lost fan too?
The start was good. Went a bit off the rails in my opinion.
That's fair. I only finished the first 2 seasons and then I stopped watching because I got hooked on Venture Bros, which is super funny, but I guess I can't necessarily recommend it because I don't think it's the type of humor a lot of people on the channel would like. But oh man, it's a blast.
Whenever I hear Lost, I always just picture Land of the Lost. It's like that old 80s cartoon.
Sleestack! No, I remember Land of the Lost. Did you see they made like a new movie, like, well, I want to say new, but I guess it was like probably almost 10 years ago now. It was a while ago.
They did?
Yeah, they made like a modern movie. It was super weird, but I also watched the original show.
It just had this weird feeling to it. It was like almost horror.
Yeah, dude, the Sleestacks were freaky.
What was his name? He's like this weird, like, caveman dude.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that the Sleestacks?
No, the Sleestacks were like those green fish or alien things.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main thing I remember from Land of the Lost, because those freaked me out.
I'm thinking there's this, like, oh, damn it, it's gonna piss me off. What was his name? He was like this little, like, monkey caveman dude, and he was like their little pet thing for a while.
Oh, I know what you're talking about! Oh, shit, what was his name? It was like their sidekick.
Hang on 1 second. Dude, I forget his name, though. That's gonna piss me off.
I love how you two drew, like, these really intricate, cool crystal designs, and I just drew, like, a rhombus over and over, and didn't even color it in right.
God of Rocks.
God of Rocks. Oh, that's what, you know what, that would be fun. Were you guys there for that stream we did with Cactus for Dawn of Worlds?
Milk Jesus?
No, not Milk Jesus, damn it. It was the one where we, I call it a game, but it's really like a world-building exercise where you, like, play as gods and you spend points to, like, shape the land and create races and draw a map.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I would love to see, like, artists do that, if you guys would ever be interested. I think that'd be super fun.
That'd be fun. More, like, it'd be cool to do it more, like, D&D focused, where somebody, like, designs, like, inhabitants, somebody decides, like, ecosystem. I don't know how that game works, though, so maybe that doesn't work like that.
Maybe. You guys make me want to draw something cool, but I don't even know how to, like, begin with what y'all are doing.
I don't even know.
Just vibe. Don't worry about it.
I used to create, like, mini worlds with my friend who's like, oh, the environments, all these creatures, the special adaptations are... Like, we just, like, take really simple things like vampires, and then we make them, like, but what if they had crystals?
That's cool.
You know what you should do, and I realize as I'm saying this that you both already do this, I think, is, like, make OC dinosaurs.
Bro.
Yeah, like as I was saying it, I was like, they already do that.
I had one called like Dapper Raptor, named after the fact that I literally went to like a dinosaur place show and picked up a little raptor, and it looked like he was wearing a tuxedo, so I just named it Dapper Raptor.
Nice. Dapper Raptor, I love that. Get him a cartoon stat.
My whole thing is just dinosaur characters, so I suppose they're pretty cool.
Alright, I've got something that's like not completely worthless cooking right now.
That's pretty cool. You could make like some spider thing out of that.
That's what I'm thinking. The
Crystal
spider
turkey.
gem. But like, for example, like in roleplay stuff, whenever someone's like, I want to do like, let's say this isn't something I'd be interested, but let's say like a Naruto roleplay. I always hate when people want to be like the real characters or use the real characters. I always want to do like alternate like universe with like custom stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I did a Fate RP with Tan. That's how we met, and I liked making our own like servants and characters, not like doing stuff from the show. Like Tan has written some really cool servants. He did one for Red Riding Hood really recently that I gotta get him to show you guys. I really like making custom content based on things, or just making my own things rather than like making stuff that's something else. If that makes sense.
I get that too. A lot of people like to use like pre-made characters. Where I'll play D&D at the front. I haven't played D&D in so long, but they'd always go online and just grab some random character. I'm like, dude, just make your own.
Oh, but like so much of the fun of D&D is like role playing your own guy.
I
See,
know.
I
I'm
wish
like,
I played D&D. I never played it before, but it sounds so interesting.
I
pretty fun.
see my DM temptation because I love D&D and I love introducing it to people would be to offer to run a game for you, but I literally don't have time. I had to cancel the last game I was running for like Tan and Aiko and some people because I just didn't have time.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying
That's
to
just
draw
how
a
it is.
spider egg, but it's like too geometric. I don't know how to make it look all bulbous and slimy.
That looks good though.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Well, thank you. If you flip it upside down, that bottom part kind of looks like a wrestler's mask.
See if I can make this.
Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Is there a way to like scroll up and down, or is this the whole page?
This is the whole page. I think we kind of drew pretty big.
All right, how do you like? Well, I don't want to clear it yet. You guys are still drawing, but like when we're done, is there like a clear page button?
We can delete layers, or we can
Okay.
always make a new link and share that. But I don't know how hard that would be to juggle.
Hold on.
I was just like, what's it called? Hide the layers just by clicking
Oh
the
yeah, we
eye.
can do that.
Oh
too.
yeah, big brain move. Yeah, like so that way when we're done with this prompt, we can do the next one. This is fun. All right, this is a random dinosaur foot I drew. Eh. You know what? I just realized because I was talking about Dark Souls. While you guys are still drawing, there is a character that both might fit you guys' dinosaur interest and this crystal prompt really well. Let me find them on the other tab I have open. Gosh, why does it keep giving me? Why does it keep destroying my cursor every time I go on Aggie? Okay. Have you guys ever heard of Seath the Scaleless?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so in Dark Souls lore, I'll try to give you the short version and not rant about it for 10 million hours, but basically, for a long time, dragons were like the big daddies of the Dark Souls world, and no one could really fuck with them because their scales made them like immortal and they couldn't be killed.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone was like, damn, these dragons are pressing us, but Seath the Scaleless was born with a birth defect. He didn't have any scales, so all the dragons were like, lol, you're a little bitch, Seath, no one likes you, you're a shit dragon. So he went to the humans, he's like, fuck this, and he told them dragons are weak to lightning, by the way, and then they killed all the dragons and made him like an honorary member of the royalty. It's like the saltiest move in all existence is like genociding your bullies.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah,
No.
and he's got like a crystal theme. Like this is what he looks like in the game, but there's some really like beautiful concept art and fan art of him here. I'm posting it in the chat now, and then let me see if I can like find some cool fan art.
Wow.
I'm thinking I don't go over that in black just because I don't want to dedicate a ton of time to one thing. Oh, that's cool.
Alright, I keep accidentally downloading this even though I said open image in new tab.
See if there's a way to... I don't know how to drag it around. I want to see if there's a way to make it smaller.
Yeah, I think you just use the lasso.
There we go.
And then here's like a really cool fan art. Very, very cool design. I like Seath a lot. Hang on, let me check what you guys have been doing in like the thing we're actually supposed to be doing. Oh wow, wait, wait, what happened?
I figured out how to make it smaller.
How do I like move the page around? I zoomed out, but now it's just like there's a corner.
Hold spacebar is like show a hand icon. You can move.
Oh, look at that! Wait, how did you make your whole thing smaller?
So in between the two, like, I don't know what you call them, but they're like these arrows that like spin around. There's these two areas that are kind of pointing towards the corners, and if you use that, you can resize it.
Hold on.
So there's the two
You're talking about the bar, right? The rotate right, rotate left.
It's in between those two, yeah.
But that doesn't do anything when I click it. Do I have to like highlight the area?
Yeah, you have to click it and then touch your stuff.
Like the layer itself?
Yeah, like touch it to your drawing. So like click in between the two things where it has that, and then touch your drawing, and it should. Oh,
I'm doing that, and all it's doing is erasing.
That's weird.
Oh no, I just realized I've erased a ton.
Maybe I think you might have clicked. Sorry.
The box with like the smaller boxes in the corner.
Reset.
Okay, so now I've got it. So now, oh! It just looks so stupid shrunk down. Look, he's got a foot.
We can make him have a kaiju battle.
Yeah, I don't think my guy's gonna do very well. Alright, how do we make him fight?
I don't know.
Is there a way to like rotate them?
I think that rotates the page. I'm not sure.
Let me try something. What?
Usually there would be like a rotate thing at the top that you could like. That's a shame.
Damn.
This is brilliant.
I found it. It's just like right at the very corner.
Right at the very corner. Ah! On guard! I'm gonna kick this soccer ball at you.
What?
Oh, this is fun. Oh, you know what? Have you guys ever... Oh, man. There was this thing I remember a while back where there was like a little MS Paint system and you like drew monsters and you made them fight with like some web tool.
I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it's called though.
Yeah.
People would have like dinosaur fights.
Yeah. Good times.
Damn.
All right. Let me destroy the visibility of this nightmare and make a new layer.
Not that bad. It's not bad.
What is our next prompt?
If I can get this layer to be unseen.
Oh, let me... Yeah.
I had it for a second.
Oh, I should be checking the stream chat. Whoopsie. Let's see. Oh, wow, there's a lot. I feel so bad.
No.
I've been, like, so absorbed in the art.
We've been neglecting them.
Okay. Cole's on graveyard shift. Benji's a spooky. Undercover Basic says, I heard there's free Kids' Choice Awards. Yeah, if you're still here, you can have one. Jack Related says, do the square brackets do that? At least in Photoshop, make the... I don't know what he's saying. Cole says, talk about crossover. Then they started talking
Also,
about an article, I think. And then Time for Time says art stream. Who could have seen this coming? Wait, what does that say? What's going on? Oh, is that Nickel? Did you put it backwards?
Wait, what?
It's like
What?
flipped for me.
Oh.
Is it not flipped
What?
for you guys?
Oh, I
No,
must
it's
have accidentally
me
flipped
too.
it.
But I'm also dyslexic, so I just assumed that was my brain.
How did you flip that, Wendigo?
The two arrows at the top, like they're going back and forwards.
Yeah, you put Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award back. I thought you wrote in Arabic for a second. I was like, wow, impressive talent.
I know German, but I mean, I know very little German, but
Maybe it opens a can of worms, but should we look at what chat's saying
Yeah.
for drawing wise?
Sure. Okay, chat. How about you give us our next prompt? There's a bit of a delay, so we'll have to wait until they hear it and give us some ideas. So I guess we just doodle
Gotcha.
for a second.
30 seconds.
Yeah, give or take. It's like 30 to 60 second delay. Nothing too bad.
Nothing too. We got a Domino's commercial.
Wait, why is my not drawing? That can't be good. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Whoops, because I had
Oh, it's just loading. It wasn't drawing for me either. It does that sometimes.
Oh, that's the little Wendigo. Okay, I'll try and draw my guy, but
Are we drawing our guys?
I guess I'm not going to be able to do a very good job, though.
I'll use purple to... I've already screwed up.
I'm really bad at drawing people. That's what I need to practice the most.
people are really hard to draw.
So I just don't draw people.
Based?
Vaguely human creatures.
Okay, this looks more like a goblin than a demon, but I'm kind of rolling with it.
To roll with it.
Alright, what does chat say? Chat says, draw your favorite anomalies. I don't fucking remember most of the anomalies we've read.
Same.
It's hard for me to pick favorites for anything, but I especially just barely remember most of them off the top of my head. I don't know. What were some ones I liked? Trying to think.
We don't like any SCPs here. They're all terrible.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, everyone's saying anomalies, favorite skips. Draw your deleted SCP. Why did I knew that was gonna happen? Favorite skip.
I'm trying to draw
swords. Here we go. Cole says draw swords. You guys want to draw swords?
Yes.
Awesome. No one ever has to see the nightmare. That would have been me drawing the rest of that. Oh god. Hold on.
I'm not great at swords, so I'll try and draw an anomaly because people seem to want that.
Go for it.
I'm trying to remember what SCPs there are that aren't
Just
682.
pretend my sword is that sword that like takes people to that one place.
Oh, that's the only one I know because of Bung.
I was thinking of
I'm already intimidated by just the hilt of your sword, Wendigo.
What's that one animated animation person?
That's Lord Bung.
Yeah.
A lot of the other SCP content creators kind of scare me a little bit, so...
Oh, why is that?
Oh, I just mean like the animated channels.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
I
are
don't know
fine.
much about them. Yeah, we're kind of based. I wasn't too worried about that.
No, you're chill, man. I literally can't think of a single SCP right now.
This is not a sword. I don't know what I drew.
Here, we'll do this. Chat, give me some animals and we'll create an SCP OC. It'll be cool.
That'll be fun. You guys want?
Give me some animals.
There you go. Whitney will draw you guys an OC. Your very own chat SCP.
It'll be Creative Commons, so you can use it, but there's just like 7 of you, so you're gonna have to fight. I'm seeing a lack of fighting. That's disappointing me. Damn.
How could they?
You must defeat my 7 evil SCPs to become a doctor.
Yeah. That's how it happens.
Just like Scott Pilgrim. God, I love the Scott Pilgrim comics.
We have Jackal.
A Jackal. Probably from Jackal related, I'm gonna guess.
Okay, good day. Swords are not animals. I can't do that. I'm just kidding. Good day. We're chilling.
Have you guys ever watched Forged in Fire?
Nope.
That show is awesome.
That shit is pretty cool.
It is very cool.
I honestly don't watch a lot of TV shows anymore.
That's completely fair. I kind of like weirdly 180. Like when I was a kid, I watched a lot of TV. Then I played games and like wrote and stuff. And now I'm so tired that all I have energy to do is watch TV.
I forgot guinea pigs are animals. I don't know what I thought they were.
My sword's like way too thick.
Thick sword.
They use too much steel in it.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little thickness.
I don't think it would be very lethal on the battlefield. It has no edge. Just a slab of iron.
You could just clock somebody over the head with it.
Yeah,
it's an elongated warhammer.
Oh yeah, it's a deceptive sword. They think they're gonna get cut, but really they just get bludgeoned by the force and it knocks them over, and then you can like bash their head in. It's totally tactical. Oh my god, look, you drew like a legendary item. What the? God. This must be how like, every artist ever feels when they... I always see artists like compare themselves to other artists and like be down on themselves when they're good. This must be how like every artist feels all the time. It's just like, holy crap.
Yep.
That's so cool. You have to give this sword a name. Come on, Wendigo. That is a legendary item. Like, if I equipped that, I would get a big stat boost.
Well, you must understand, I am terrible with names.
Al-Jazar, the sword of the burning glass. Brilliant. Jackal Related said, coconut doggy and capybara for your animals.
These are very wholesome. It's kind of hard to... Okay, we'll see what we can do.
You can make anything, almost anything unwholesome by giving it, like, evil eyes and facial expression, and, like, adding a little bit of dark shading around it.
Capybaras are kind of intense.
Honestly, yes. I think I've seen a few capybaras before because zoos, but massive rodents, the biggest rodents in the world. A fact if you didn't know. A very well-known fact.
I don't know much about capybaras, to be honest.
I think they kind of fall in that same uncanniness that horses do.
Yeah, because didn't like a really long time ago, like horses looked a bit like capybaras.
Am I allowed to shit talk horses on the stream? You guys aren't like big horse fans.
We're not horse girls. I'm not a horse girl.
Okay.
I used to ride horses, but not anymore.
So I've worked on many a farm, and I live in a pretty well. My exact living place isn't rural, but like it's a rural area by large. So I know a lot of horse people, and I've worked with a lot of horses. And honestly, there's some horses that are genuinely good horses, but most horses are giant assholes. And horse people, like, never shut the fuck up about them. So, like, I've had horses shit on my, like, feet while I was cleaning their stalls. Or, like, kick me. Or just, like, be aggressive or shitty on purpose. And horse owners act like they're angels on earth. And talk about them nonstop. And when you've dealt with them, you're just like, no, they're not. They're the worst thing ever. I hate them. And they're so stupid.
If you ever want to see something horrifying, look up horse girls running on all fours.
No. That sounds like it would be NSFW. No, thank you.
It's not NSFW. It's literally just these horse girls that have learned to run on all fours, and they can do it at like human sprinting speed.
You mean like I did up the stairs from ages 4 to 20?
Yes, but they like actually gain speed, and it's terrifying.
Time for Time has a good question for you guys. Okay, if giraffes didn't exist, do you think anyone would believe they could exist?
No.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, think about it. If giraffes didn't exist, imagine it's like, I just saw an elephant with a neck 30 feet long. I swear, we're all the way up to the treetops. Would you believe that guy?
No.
Exactly.
I mean, he seems pretty dedicated. I might believe him.
A giraffe, honestly, in the context of like a non-existing animal, sounds like a mythological horse, like kind of like the chupacabra or something of horses. It's the long neck horse, and it uses its
Giant
neck
40,
to like constrain you like an anaconda.
like a giant 40-foot long neck uh, horse, but no horse with one horn. No, I can't be.
Horse with one
What?
horn. It's a unicorn. That's just bollocks. A horse with a horn. Who's ever heard of that?
Oh damn!
It
I
might
just
just
looked at
be.
the cat going on next to my capybara thing.
I'm gonna try and draw a unicorn. Horses are like the most pain in the ass to draw as well.
Oh my god, yes.
I try to have growth mindset. Like I believe you can learn anything with enough time and practice, but like the amount of time it would take to learn how to draw horses is not worth it to me ever, no matter what. Because I
You have
hate
to have like
horses.
the power of a crazy horse girl to learn how to draw a horse as well.
This is my horse. It's a sock puppet.
Oh my god,
That's
I
My
love
pretty
it.
unicorn,
cool.
I mean.
Is that your pony Sona?
God, never say that to me again. Oh Lord.
Come
This is
on.
my sock puppet Sona.
Everybody has their OC. It's okay if it's yours.
Jackal
Original
Related
character must be.
says medieval artists had to extrapolate from weird descriptions of animals they'd never heard of before. Just search up medieval art of animals and you'll see what I mean for the more exotic animals. Cole says a giraffe has less of a chance existing than a centaur. I disagree, because a giraffe is just a couple like makes sense evolutionary like reasons to live, but a human and a horse like half and half. What benefit is that? Because the human half would need so many resources to like make the brain work, but then the horse half would also need a ton of resources to like handle the weight and like the movement, and the advantages you get from being basically a human with horse speed and build are like little to none. You just have to eat more, and I guess you're faster. But like you don't really need to be fast as a human, so I would not believe that ever. But like a giraffe, it's like, oh, they grow long necks so they can eat the leaves no one else could get. That makes sense to me, you know?
Still, a horse with a horn. It defends itself.
Horn of the Unicorn is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Gives you
Wow.
700 attack.
Is that someone in chat, or do you know this off the top of your head?
What, Horn of the Unicorn? Oh yeah, I was a huge... Tan and I were huge Yu-Gi-Oh fans. Still are, really.
Yeah, you played Yu-Gi-Oh on the channel. I remember that.
I did. Sadly, it kept cutting out during our epic commentary. We
You're
also
simply
watched...
too powerful.
We watched like the first 100 or so episodes of Arc V together. That was fun. Time for Time says PJ's Darnell's dead. Long live Sock Puppet Horse Darnell. It's Sock Puppet Unicorn Darnell. It's a very scary cat.
Where's Holly? Yeah, she's asleep.
Its gums are like just a little bit too long.
Uh,
God, you know what? That's a really cool, like, creepy monster, like, visual that I don't think I've seen a lot of, is, like, gums extending out like a tongue to, like, lash the teeth out.
It's super cool little
Like
detail
a-
I've seen a few people do, but it's pretty uncommon.
Goblin
Yeah.
sharks.
Goblin sharks. What's a goblin shark?
Look it up, they're super
extendo
cool.
gums.
Alright, hang on. Let me go to my other browser and look up goblin shark. Is this a real shark?
Yep.
Also look up horse girls.
No, not. Oh my gosh. That's exactly like what you're doing with the cat. Oh, I totally see now.
Very much cat.
Horse girls running on all fours. I'm gonna fucking regret this. I don't have safe search on.
No, you won't, I promise.
Oh my god! No!
It's so good.
This better not show up in like my ads now on Google stuff.
It's not even that bad.
Oh my god. This
It's
is
so
so
good.
bad.
They're good at it too. That's the scary part. They're like actually have talent.
I'm not even watching videos. I'm just looking at Google images of them like training.
Oh no.
Oh my god, they're like hopping over hurdles. Why? See, this is why no one trusts horse girls. You know who else you shouldn't trust, kids? People with Ghibli profile pictures.
Well, I
The
just
fa-
don't talk to people in general.
I mean, you want to talk to people so you can make friends, but you want to do it like kind of smart, you know? Like if you see someone and they're like kind of weird, but it's not like the cool kind of weird, you don't want to talk to them.
If you're younger than 18, stay the fuck away from the internet in general.
Yes.
Oh,
Honestly, just stay away from the internet period, but especially if you're young.
guess I'll leave.
It
Oh,
never ends well. It
well, you
just
can
never
you can
does.
do that after you finish with the stream. We need your art expertise. There, I added a shield because I felt bad I wasn't doing anything.
Very, very, very lovely.
Look at all these swords I made to combat these like terrifying monsters.
Oh, this could be. You know that what was that meme? It was like Twilight Sparkle and Mordecai.
Oh
Oh,
my
no,
God.
no,
If we
no,
pretend
no.
that airplanes in the night sky were. Oh my gosh, if you flip the purple one so they're like facing opposite directions, I could really use a wish right now.
Why?
Oh boy, it's
I'll
Food
give
says
it
help. I
wings.
searched it too. Cole says, Darnell, that happened to Jake in Adventure Time. What happened to Jake in Adventure Time?
What?
I have no clue. Lance says, what the fuck? How is that possible?
The horse girls?
Yeah, yeah, the people running like horses.
They're
Lance
just
says
too
literally
powerful.
Gollum. Oh yeah, they've trained too much. Do you remember how in Among Us the computer like became a god because it focused so much on Among Us? That's what happened with them and horses.
Become the horse.
Yeah, they became minor horse gods. That's such a funny thing. Like I'm sure there's like equestrian related gods, but could you imagine being like just a god of horses? You're just like a freaky horse girl. I actually now I want to see that as like a whole universe, as like a one of those like, you know, modern day gods things like Percy Jackson American gods, but they're all like minor gods of bullshit no one cares about, like hobbies or really simple things.
That should be your next SCP.
Be like
Horse
what's a
girl
good
god.
example? Like God of Gaming's still too broad. I need something more niche, like God of Modern Warfare 2, or like
Milk Jesus.
God of Yeezys,
Oh god.
God of Vinyl Music Collection, like just super specific modern hobbies.
Oh, I,
And they give them like the most
I understand
stupid
the question of
fucking
why.
powers. I want to see it happen. God
In
of
Discord, I
Tennis.
literally painted some vinyls.
Oh my god, are you making like a centaur dinosaur unicorn? Or not centaur, Pegasus?
I'm making Twilight Sparkle, and I'm gonna make her lover next. Mordecai.
no.
Oh lord. Here, let me remove my drawing so it's not in the way. Let me
No, you're fine.
how do I okay, like no, I wanna hold on. How do I make it do like the whole drawing again? Oh whoops.
Oh, the little. Oh, it disappeared. I can't help you.
Yeah, I accidentally okay. I made a mistake. I don't know
Uh-oh.
how did we select our drawings before?
Oh, I found it. It's the second like tool over on the top thing,
Okay. Yeah, click that.
and then you just drag it and stuff.
No, that's not working for me.
I'm not the best at explaining things. I'm just like you do a thing and
I'm
it
clicking the
happens.
2 arrows, but nothing happens, and I can't drag it anywhere.
Well, I've done all I can. Good luck. I'm kidding.
Oh shit. You know what I bet it is? I bet it's because of my old layer. If I delete the old layer, I'm sure it'll work.
Weird drawing on white. Always have like a yellowy cream background.
You do.
Yeah, just
I
nicer on the eyes.
can't seem to make it work. Shoot. Oh, now like just in general it's not working. Like it's not picking up my inputs, it doesn't seem. Can't be good. Okay, there we go. Hey, I did it.
Well done.
Okay. Yeah. Let me start drawing again now. Let me try to, like, get on the level. I don't think I'm gonna make anything like you guys, but let me try to make something scary looking. Maybe I'll make, like, a bird thing.
Weird.
A very
Baby.
menacing bird.
I'm gonna be right back. 1 second.
Okay. Why it keeps on switching pens for me? It's like, yes, brush, now pencil.
I'm back.
Hello.
Do you plan on rewriting Milk Jesus?
No, Jack Dragon said he was going to, and he keeps telling me I'm gonna start working on it now, and then he, like, writes a different SCP instead. Which is fine. You know, obviously, like, you can do whatever he wants, but I was gonna leave it to him, and since he's not doing it, I don't think it's gonna come to be.
No.
ARD
This is-
talked about doing a rewrite as well, but I also haven't heard back from him in a couple weeks. I think the hype just kind of died down for it.
Damn.
This is very sad.
You have the
Indeed.
perfect image for it if Steph lets you use it.
Yeah, that's true. Steph really knocked that out of the park. I wanted to get them on for this, but unfortunately they said no. But oh man, that would have been so cool. Steph makes
so
some
many
awesome
artists.
art. Oh yeah, for sure. I reached out to
Yeah.
Aethris as well, but Aethris was busy, and then Niram never responded to me. And then I talked to you guys, and then Hamilton and Aiko. And there's still plenty of SCP artists, I'm sure, that I just didn't know of.
Next time
cool
we should
people.
if you ever want to do this again, you could probably just have it so people are on drawing but not participating in chat directly.
Maybe. Also, like, I might need to do one where you guys, like, teach me how to get better art, because look at me trying to make something scary versus what you guys It's so bad!
Not that fun.
I tried to make, like,
Kaka.
I tried to give him, like, a guts eye, and, like, it's just not good. He's a
I think your
bird.
beak's just too curved.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, like,
Like-
angled enough. That's kind of, like, I noticed that with, like, scarier shapes, is, like, they're usually very sharp angles with very deliberate shading, and I just kind of flubbed that. Can you even
Wait, so
tell
I can
this is a
help you?
wing over here? It just looks like a blob.
Let me try and help you. This
Wings
is on a
aren't
different
hard,
layer.
to be fair.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
like
you do the version that doesn't suck. And like the crap artist versus the Chad artist. Oh yeah, see, like those little crags?
but
I was trying to make the eye like all white with like that kind of black movement manga blur. You know what I'm talking about around? Like
yeah.
yeah. See, look how much better this already looks. Insanity.
For birds, I find like round eyes tend to be creepier.
Oh, we're all on this drawing now.
Yes.
Time for Time says BRB going to write Cheese Holy Spirit. Banker Paul says you should definitely let me rewrite it. My articles have never failed. Haminator says 49.75 on crack. Haminator, are you Hamilton? Land says something was by Kinch, but I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, some other article. Like half our chat is just people talking about off-topic SCPs, Lamau.
Woo.
I think people want us to probably draw the SCPs.
Would you want to join Ingram? Do you have a mic? Are you comfortable on stream? And are you free right now? I guess I could add you in the chat if Whitney and Wendigo are cool with it.
I'm cool with whoever. Ingram.
Hamilton is Brandon Hamilton on YouTube. I know he used to be, but you can change your YouTube name, Banker. That's why I ask. God, look how sick you guys made the bird! It's not even finished yet. It's already like 10 times more terrifying. I was trying to make the bird that's gonna eat the world. But his beak was too chubby.
His head is very big in comparison to his body.
Hang on, let me go back to My Little Pony OC over here.
I think the biggest one, though, that people tell me hurts me as a prospective artist is, like, I've got pretty bad aphantasia. Like, I can't see images in my head. I always think in, like, words. So when I'm drawing, I'm just, like, kind of figuring it out as I'm drawing rather than, like, having a battle plan in my head that I'm trying to put down. Which, I guess, it comes with its benefits and curses. The main curse is it's really hard to, like, know what looks good without a lot of experimenting and, like, guidance. But I think the benefit is, I know a lot of people are like, I hate that I can't draw how it looks in my head. And I'm like, I don't see anything in my head. So that's never an issue for me. I'm never like, damn, it didn't live up to expectation. It's just like, I don't know. That's how it happened.
See, like, the image is, like, vaguely, but when I try and look into detail, it's like, what?
Yeah.
I don't really have a huge... I imagine things, I just don't, like, picture them, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Ingram says I can draw, but no Mike. I'll probably have to say no then. Nothing against you, Ingram, but just like, for the stream, I'd prefer if everyone drawing had a mic. I feel so bad. Here, I should be drawing something, but like, Okay, so maybe I should just start like looking at what you guys are doing. I see a lot of sharp angles, so maybe I should start with that. So...
Draw My Little Pony OC and then you'll become magically good. No, not that you aren't good.
I've never even like seen My Little Pony. I wouldn't even know.
I haven't either. I'm just going off the memes.
Let me try and draw a horse.
How do you make the teeth look so good? Is it because they're curved instead of like those little pointy pyramids I do?
Yeah, it's a teeth are hard to understand, I guess.
You guys get them so small too. How do you do that? Are you like zoomed in?
Yeah, you have to zoom in a fair bit.
Can't get the brush any smaller than this either.
I kind of curve them a bit because if you look at teeth in real life, they're not. That's not that bad, but they're not like shark teeth. Really, they're not like that.
Yeah, and they're not like pointed at the end. It's always like round.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like sharks, then it's like pointy.
Mine are still too thick. I can't quite get them that small. Yeah, mine just looks goofy. Damn. You know what this is kind of reminding me of the more it like comes into shape?
What?
You guys have seen Ben 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What was that orange one? The like sniff mutt?
What?
What was that? Sniff mutt? That sounds... Okay, no. What was his name? It was like the big orange one that was on all fours and had like smell-o-vision. And it had no eyes. Hold on, I'm gonna have to fucking look this up.
All I remember is the zoomy one.
Orange Ben 10 alien. Its name was Wild Mutt. Okay, you'll know it as soon as I post the image in the Discord. Hang on. You'll immediately recognize it. Yeah, this guy.
That guy.
Oh yeah, him.
Wild Mutt. Yeah, he was like the least cool alien. He was no one's favorite.
See, he has a cool design. He just doesn't. It's just solid orange.
It's interesting, but could be better.
Yeah, agreed. I think that's what it is. It's like, it's like a mix between too simple to like be stick in your mind, but a little too complicated that it's like kind of distracting. I'm gonna draw him though, because that's what my thing kind of looks like up there, like a very inbred version of him.
Yes.
How do you draw like legs coming from, do you know what I mean when it's like there's four legs and there's one that's in the back and one that's in the front? How do you kind of get that visual effect? So like let's say you're drawing a four-legged creature. How do you make it look like one's in the front foreground and one's in the background? You know what I mean?
Oh, so if you're like facing them head on.
Yeah.
Like what body, front legs, and the back legs are like they're very behind it. It's like you can barely see them.
Oh, hang on. I'm running out of room. I don't mean to like get in your. I see.
I can
what
hide
you're
my
drawing
stuff.
there. No. Keep that on. That's what's keeping people around. That's the good stuff. Let me get rid of my inbred abomination.
It's not bad. Let's see if I can make it. I want to let me make it smaller now.
Let me
Maybe
zoom back out too.
Hang
on. There we go.
Because like further away, the legs will be like smaller on perspective.
Okay. I think that's my big problem when I'm drawing is I'm just like forgetting to do that neck and that sort of in between the legs area, and it comes out looking kind of clumsy. Good Day says I liked Wild Mutt. You're the only one. Everyone in the chat knew it before I found it. Wait,
they're
Darnell,
ready.
Can you see your dreams? That's the thing, Banker Paul. When I imagine things in my head, I don't see any image, but my dreams are actually pretty vivid, and I often lucid dream. So that's like, I guess, when my imagination's at its full power. But like, so I don't know if that means I don't have aphantasia, but like, I can't picture an image no matter how hard I try conscious. But my dreams are like super wild.
I like literally can't think of an SCP to draw right now.
Peanut. Haha, funny.
No.
Let me think of one. What about those weird chicken guys that are like, they lay the creepy eggs that don't die?
What's that one's name? I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember the number or the name, but it's like the meme everyone uses for when you get the cheddar cheese at 3 a.m.
Three of those. It's like
I could find it. 3199.
Yeah, that creepy ass thing. You could do one of those.
I could do that.
Lance says, I think I have average mental picturing, but some people are insane. Yeah. This is actually so impressive that you guys can improvise drawing this well. Yeah, dude, Wendigo and Whitney are like freaking on it. It's really cool. See, this is the secret of the stream, is it's them doing all the actual work. And I'm just like dicking around.
Your stuff's cool, man. You got Milk Jesus. I got nothing on Milk Jesus.
Yes.
Milk Jesus is dead and the wiki killed him.
No.
I'm working on another SCP that, well, I say working, but I haven't like touched it in weeks. Like, I already have most of the outline written out, but I've just been like so low on energy, and when I have free time I don't feel like writing it. But it's sort of like, another discouraging thing is, even though it's my own take and it actually is kind of like completely different thematically, every time I bring it up to someone, they keep comparing it to just another murder monster SCP. You know, that one that was like the monster and then he trained it to be all nice. But that's not really what I'm going for at all. It's like, the gimmick is like they were converting the stereotypical spooky, scary Series 1 monster to like containment, right? Very deadly, very like just screeched and was like, Rah! And like on its way, it gave birth and then died during childbirth. So in the beginning logs, they're basically raising it as a baby, and they're trying to figure out how the fuck both to take care of a kid and a kid that's like a weird, anomalous creature they've never seen before. So like they find out little things, like for example, they keep trying to feed it milk or formula and it's not taking, but Doctor has a paper cut goes in, it starts sucking on the paper cut. They're like, okay, it can drink blood. Then they feed it animal blood, so on and so forth. And as it's raised, it like learns how to speak and sort of act kind of humanish. And it gets really attached to the sort of Doctor and the team working on it kind of like a family, and vice versa, to the point that when the Doctor kind of gets promoted and is busy with other projects, it intentionally tries to pretend to be like scary monster and like cause problems so that it'll get its clearance rating raised so that the Doctor has to spend more time with them. And
so it has more attention.
Yeah, basically. And the two angles I'm debating on going between is the angle where it focuses more on like the doctors and the teams and like sort of like their experience raising a child basically and how there's not really any book for parenting but they're basically trying to do that because they're the foundation. Or if I want to take
Hmm.
the angle of like what it was like for the SCP that was basically like ARD mentioned kind of a complex topic but sort of like what was the topic? It's like kind of delicate to touch on but like
Nature
indigenous
versus nurture.
well, I was gonna say like indigenous people sort of being kidnapped, or like themes of like what it's like when you don't know your parents and like who you are,
Yeah.
because it doesn't look like the people that raised it, and I'm not sure which angle I want to tackle.
Maybe I would go
Nature
maybe
versus
for
nurture
like
as well. That was the first thing I thought, but then ARD was like, no, no, you can go bigger than that.
maybe you can and go like how like parenting affects children and how when you have these parents who are at work all day and, or like not paying attention to kids, how that affects kids and how perhaps a more abusive setting can kind of affect this kid and the perceptions on
Right.
that.
That was another big thing that ARD suggested that I really liked is so the idea is like it's a spooky scary series 1 monster, right? And like I was gonna have this bit in the beginning when they capture the mom where it's like basically immune to bullets, like super hard to take down. So like the thing is the doctors in the project, they treat this thing like they treat this SCP like family. They raise it, they're kind to it, but the foundation, they're researching the corpse of the mom and they find out, hey, these scales make pretty banging MTF armor. Casualties go way down. So they start forcing the team to like scrape the scales off in this like really painful, awful process and like ripping them off the body to make armor while they're like trying to love and care for this thing. So like kind of that weird trauma between like this is my family, but also why are they doing this to me? They keep saying it's like for some better purpose type deal and like get really gritty with it.
You know, what'd be interesting is if you had it where it was like they didn't know it was sentient, almost.
That was kind of sort of what I was gonna do. Only in the beginning though, because they're raising it right, and then like it would say its
Yeah.
first word, and I thought it would be like some play on like doctor, like dada that sounds like director, like Dee or something,
Hmm.
and then that would be like when they figure out when it's like a couple years old. But I kind of wanted to reveal that somewhat early.
I
But
think that would honestly work as an article.
I do too, and I planned for it to be really long form with a lot of addendums. But the two main things holding me back is finding out how to end it, really, like where to end the narrative arc, rather than because I know the story I want to tell, but I don't really know like what I want the reader to take away from it.
Hmm.
Because that's one thing I do as a storyteller is as a reader and a writer, I often like the journey more than the destination. Like I
Yeah.
really like writing the character development. I like seeing like things unfold, but I'm really bad at like ending it or be like, and this is what you take home from it. And the other thing is, of course, I'm just so freaking tired and busy that like I haven't been working on it in weeks. But that's my latest project. But every time I bring up I'm working on an SCP, everyone's like, "Is it related to milk?" The
Have you
milk
heard of
Jesus.
the animator Dead Sound? Like he talks about like like
Oh,
this may be the finished product, but the journey is like really where it's at. Like all the notes and the research I've done is like even if the finished product doesn't look good, the journey was like really important. Well,
Well, I think
I
that's an
don't know.
awesome message. I can respect that. Unfortunately, I've never heard of that guy before. But maybe I'll check him out.
you
Give me a
should check him
dinosaur
out. He's got some
animations.
great stuff.
I had
Yeah, link
the
me his channel or whatever.
Okay,
they made the Autodale series, which is really good. Would recommend.
Cole
definitely would recommend
says,
that, Dale.
Darnell, this is the Audrey 2 SCP. I love it. What's Audrey 2? You guys know what they're talking about? What's Audrey?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know too many SCPs. I honestly don't read a ton of them because I have to use a screen reader whenever I read them.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you ever use a screen reader, tell. So I don't. Most of those SCPs nowadays that have story, and I like story, are
You just
like,
listen to them?
yeah, and they're
Yep.
super long. So then I don't end up listening to them.
Based. That's why our watch time on podcasts is so low. People like our watch time is like 15 minutes. Because it's
I
just
watch
hard to
it.
sit down and like. I'm not saying specifically because of you, nor would I want you to feel guilty. But it's just hard to sit down and listen to something for an hour. Especially if you're like ADHD. It's like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Unless it's really
Usually,
gripping.
I usually like put Discovery SCP in the background while I'm playing the Isles.
Yeah, like it's a good thing to have on in the background. By the way, this freaking like zombie face is insane.
I just have a
Oh,
sudden
thank
love
you.
for apocalypse things.
I'm giving him angel wings. Oh shit! You're talking about.
Did you assume I was? Well, I mean, your thing's cool too, but I was referring to the giant zombie face in the middle of the screen. I
zoomed out.
assume you were like so zoomed in you didn't see it. Would be why.
That's so funny. How do you say that? I zoom out and I realize.
Based taking someone else's compliment. That's honestly Chad energy. I'm gonna start doing that in real life. Someone's like next to me, they're like, "Wow, you look really great today." I'll be like, "Thanks." They're like, "Who are you?"
Sorry.
No, that shows initiative. You got to go out there and take what you want.
Oops.
Cole13 says from Little Shop of Horrors, the plant drinks blood, it grows up and becomes intelligent. I don't know what Little Shop of Horrors is. The name sounds familiar. I think I named.
There are that many similarities. It's just this guy has a plant, and then it like eats his girlfriend.
Ball.
Man murders a few people to feed the plant.
Yeah.
And then the plant eats him.
Oh shit! All my buildings have completed production. Hang on, I need to log on the cookie run real quick. In the middle of my stream. Oh, this is important.
You ever like what was it called? War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Can you describe it? Because that sounds super familiar.
Martians invade Earth. They pretty much do a mass extermination.
I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
There's like a bunch of films and TV series on it. Funny fact, there's a radio adaptation while like World War something was going on, and like so many people thought it was real and started panicking that Martians were actually invading England.
Oh god, that'd be a blessing on England. Could use new management over there.
Hey.
Oh shit, I don't have enough jelly beans. Hang on.
How could you?
I know, I'm sorry. I should have
I
prepared
got
more.
a packet of pistachio nuts here, and I haven't touched them yet.
I've drawn Chicken Man. What do I do now?
Okay. Let me hang on. I still have to put my jelly beans in.
It's okay. Get
Trying to
your jelly beans
multitask
sorted.
between my responsibility and playing a phone game.
What do you call the pistachio nuts or something else?
I just call them pistachios. I don't add the nuts.
I don't like pistachio. Have you ever had pistachio ice cream?
Nope.
I think you're thinking of a different flavor than pistachio.
No, I'm not. It's pistachio, I promise.
Really? I know there's another P one.
Peanuts.
Pecans?
No. Okay. Is it pistachio? No, hold on.
I promise
Dry
it was
roasted
pistachio
and
ice
Ice
salty.
cream flavor that begins with P. God, there's more than 100. What the fuck?
Whoa.
No, it is pistachio. You're completely right.
That's what I thought.
I was in the wrong. I apologize. I thought it was called something else.
It's okay. You're probably thinking of pecan ice cream.
No.
I
thought it was like piss something, but not pistachio.
Piss.
Piss ice cream. Gross. Hang on. Sorry, what was I doing? Right.
I don't know.
Finish collecting stuff so I can get back to drawing.
Let me tell you a story.
Oh yes, please do.
Okay, so because I was doing art in school, because I take art, and because I'm going to do a portrait for my final piece, and teacher said, just go down, see all the sixth formers work, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then on one of the walls there was a rock going like neon yellow, and I was just like, piss rock.
End of story?
And
then there was piss rock.
I don't know why it was just like, oh yes, the guardian angel, but it's just like that's just neon yellow covering a rock. How?
The birth of piss rock.
Have you ever seen JoJo's Wendigo?
No.
They also have in part 4 there's a rock-based guardian angel. They turn a serial killer into like a living rock and he becomes like a landmark in the town that like people fall in love at or something. So
What?
he's just like conscious inside a rock. He was like this fucked up serial killer, so this guy has an ability that can like turn things to their original form or merge them, so he like merges him into a rock, so he's technically alive, but he can't like speak or move. He's just like in a
Oh
rock
God.
forever. And the rock has eyes and a mouth. And people walk by and they go, "Yo, Angelo." And that's it. Let me see if I can find it on Discord here.
Damn.
Yeah, right here, right here. I sent the GIF. That's what he looks like. And he becomes a landmark in the town that like couples meet at.
It's blob.
Damn, what a mood setter.
All right, hang on. Let me farm all these. Let me reset up like my farms, and I'll get back to drawing.
Did you guys
Sorry.
ever watch Over the Garden Wall?
Oh my God, yes! Oh, I love Over the Garden Wall. So good.
That's coming up. They're gonna, I think, what's it called?
Remaster, redo.
No. Just like they always upload it.
Season
Like-
2.
No. They always just like share it on Halloween time.
Oh yeah, like re-air it.
Rerun.
You know what? Hold on, I totally lost what I was gonna say. Never mind.
It's probably the best zombie I've ever drew.
Hold on, let me take a look in a second here. All right, done digging around on my phone. Oh wow, that is pretty good.
I'm gonna draw a Wendigo.
Yes.
We could say it's your Wendigo.
Okay, we got a lot of questions from the chat. Let's see. Banker Paul asks, Wendigo and Whitney, what drawing programs do you usually use?
I use the Steam version of Critter.
Oh,
Or
okay.
or Medibang. The Steam version is like £7, but it's like lifetime and it updates automatically, which is good.
And what about you, Whitney? What do you use?
I use Procreate, which is on iPad because I prefer to draw on an iPad. So I think it's $9.
There's another artist in my like workforce training thing that also draws on Procreate. She's made some pretty cool stuff.
It's a pretty sweet drawing app, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I've heard like it's surprisingly good and like easy to use.
It's really easy to use. It's one of those things where you have to learn it, but it's pretty immediate.
Right.
I get this artist up who like draws on Procreate. Like, they're an absolutely amazing horror artist. See if
I just got Clip
can...
Studio Paint because it was super cheap, and a bunch of people on Twitter recommended it that I follow. It's like, okay, so I got it on sale.
I don't know that website too well, but I've heard good things.
Oh, it's not a website. It's just like a program you purchase a license for and download.
Ew. I've heard good things about GIMP. That's the other one I heard. It's on the cheaper side.
Oh yeah, well GIMP's free, I think, and so is Crit if you use the not Steam version. So those are like really good programs to start with, I know. And then
Hello,
sorry, I
are you
wasn't
okay?
thinking. I went to update Discord, and I forgot I was like in the middle of talking.
Oops.
I constantly have to update this app. I don't know why.
The only downside to like free Critter is you have to update it manually, and if you don't update it, you can't save, which is a pain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of reason why all my drawings are named Screenshot. Not because I actually take screenshots, I just can't be bothered to name them something else.
Based.
I think mine. Oops,
sorry.
sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, are you guys ready to like delete or hide these layers and do the next prompt?
Yeah,
Sure.
All right. Let me hide this abomination of mine from the world.
Bird.
All right. What's our next prompt? Chat, you have 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds. In the meantime, what were you saying before, Whitney?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
I can tell you use this a lot because you're the only one in the top right who has like a proper profile instead of like a weird animal.
Yeah, no, we we have a little bit of an artist Discord going. We could use it a lot just to mess around with.
Oh, fun. That's nice.
I'm gonna ask if I can invite you later, both of you.
I would love to join, but I really like. I have a lot to learn. I haven't had time to study art as much as I'd like. So, as you could probably tell with how
It's
bad
not
my
that
stuff
bad.
is.
Come on, man.
No, for
Damn it.
real. I could use some tutelage in a future stream if you guys want to do like a tutor Darnell stream.
Get like all the artists, and we all
Yeah,
Just,
squad up.
that's all our
line
different
up.
contradicting techniques.
It'd be nice to get some like authors and try and get them to draw too. Like you have two groups, artists
Actually,
and
that would be
authors.
super fun. Like for a big stream, like okay, so the artists draw something, right? And then the writers write something, and then they swap. So the artists have to draw something based on what the writers wrote, and then the writers have to write like a short story based on what the artists drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like a very like sophisticated Gardic phone.
Pit them against each other.
That'd be really cool. But we'd have to make them like short stories and like not super elaborate drawings, or else it would like take 8 hours.
For
But
sure.
that could be a really fun like charity stream when we have like enough viewers to constitute that like being worth doing.
But when?
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I have to message Tan real fast. About we got like a big donation a while back and it doesn't seem to have gone through yet, so I'm trying to did yeah, actually, have you guys been watching the Your Turn to Die series?
No.
Are you familiar with the game Your Turn to Die?
No.
All right, that's fine. We'll skip that. We'll skip that. That prompt then. So we
Sorry.
have 3 different prompts then. Good day says rats. Lynn says draw frog from over the garden wall, and Banker Paul says Halloween house.
I like rats and over the garden wall. I'm not too familiar with Halloween house.
I think they just mean like a haunted house.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah.
Banker Paul just misspoke.
Okay. The most cliche haunted house.
Alright, I'm gonna try and draw a giant rat. See, I don't even know how you would like make a rat.
Here's my house.
A lot of triangles.
A lot of triangles.
Here, I'll help you.
I'm gonna do this the sketch way with shapes.
I recommend using circles mostly.
So where would the ear go on this? What I've got going right now. If the
me see.
triangle is sort of the face.
Towards
So,
towards the
this is-
back. On
Like
circle
here?
side.
Okay, so we got a rectangle here, rectangle there. How do I do like the feet? Because rats don't really have legs. So how do you show like the front and back feet?
Shape. Trying to get my rat going. Rats, they kind of have like claws.
Right. But like they don't really have legs, so how do you show the fore claw and back claw?
No, they have legs. I think they
They
have.
do? Hold on,
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
look up rat. Let me
Rat.
Google rat real quick.
They
The
definitely have
mammal's
legs.
take.
Well, but they have like little non-legs.
Just little nubs.
Rats. Let me look up. You know what? They totally do have legs.
I told you.
They're just so fucking fat that it looks like it's a part of their body. Like you can't really tell from a distance. Okay.
Rats are cool.
Yeah, rats are neat.
They only live like 3 years though, so it's kind of unfortunate.
All right, so how do
Just
you
have
do
a-
that like back front leg thing you guys mentioned before?
Just
Do you see what I'm doing here? Does this look right at all?
let me see.
Well,
It's
with
like-
rats, it would be more of like a this, right?
Like knee.
Yeah,
Um.
that's good.
And then how would I do the back one?
Because it's like rats aren't. It's like
Maybe like this for the back one. Do you see what I kind of did at the front there?
yeah.
And
It's
then
usually like very low down and crouched.
Mischievous little fuckers. There we go. Oh, look at this rat moment! Dude, I'm drawing now. I mean, you guys have, like, basically made the entire frame for me, but this actually looks like a thing. Got big-ass rat ears. Oh, boy. I'll make it a rat.
Get in touch with your New Yorker accent. I can't do that.
I'm trying to do a Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Bros. Or like just a very, very upset lunch lady.
I can only do a vaguely Scottish accent.
Sounds something like this, don't it? Is that Scottish or is that like peppy British? I don't know. All of like the UK accents sound kind of the same to me except Irish.
You can move like you can drive down like 30 minutes in Britain and be entirely new accent.
Yeah, that's true. Even different sections of London I've heard have like are weird.
Like one time like I went up to my cousin's, which is like quite a drive, and like her friend was like, "Yeah, I can tell where you live."
The only time I can do anything like remotely Scottish is when I do a dwarf accent. I've got a lot of ale for you, lad, but even more, I've got a treasure map. Tell me, how much are you willing to pay? That was more Russian at the end.
Always found like Russian very intriguing. One time I had an entire conversation about Russian politics at a birthday party.
Really? Some birthday party?
It's more of just going to a dinner and just
How do I draw like the rat teeth?
They're like buck teeth.
Yeah.
Circles.
I shouldn't have given this one fangs. I kind of messed up the mouth area too much. I need to erase this. It's too crowded.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I'm used to in sketching, like, you have another layer that you draw on top of and then remove the sketch, but I'm forgetting that's, like, not what we're doing here. Something like this, like Timmy Turner. Very cartoony.
I think I've drawn, like, more of a mouse, but...
Move some of these lines. Switch over here. I want to get a bit of a nose, and then something like this, maybe? Still a little too cartoony, but... Oh, yeah. I mean, it at least looks vaguely like a rat now.
That's good.
My amazing hand.
Have you seen that video of the New York guy who runs around as a rat?
No, what?
There's a guy from New York. He runs around as like a rat. Look up let me look it up. Make sure it's clean.
Fair. Well, I mean, it's not like it's gonna show anyway. It's only streaming this specific tab for me, so I'll be.
Oh no, I just didn't want to traumatize you. You're safe. You can look up New York rat man.
Well, now.
How often do you guys like see or get rats?
Where I am, I mean, not really ever. I mean, plenty of rats live out here, but just like we keep clean, you know. We don't have rats. We have raccoons and deer. We have a lot of those. Raccoons try to get in our trash outside. One time I was getting out of the car. I came home really late at night, like 2 or 3 a.m. and there was a raccoon right in front of the garage door. And I was just so terrified to get close. I thought it would jump on me. I just kind of Mexican standoffed it for 10 minutes till it ran off. Well, apparently today's Speedwagon's birthday. Wait.
We had like a rat problem in my school to the point where they asked like students, "Hi, can you please just stop dropping food?"
Yes, please do.
We'd have rats die in the walls at my school, and then they'd like start rotting and smell terrible.
I love you too says, hot diggity heck, is that a Dr. Mountain Whitney?
Oh, what?
Time for Time says North American accents is just like, yes, we sound exactly the same, but you pronounce one word funny, and now I know your exact geographic location. Yeah, pretty much like pop and soda. Land says first horse girl, now rat man.
We're just going down the food chain.
Yeah.
Horse girl eats rat man.
Who would win, horse girl or guy that talks way too much about a specific historical event?
I think horse girl can throw hands.
Yeah, horse girl can definitely throw hands.
Just casually get the horse to show dance over them. What's it called? What's it called?
I think
Like
I
a
put
show.
my rat's eye in a weird spot. It should have been further down.
It's like
Yeah,
3 eyes.
that works too. But yeah, I put it like way too high up. It's like a rat clops, but not like a cool one like yours. Wait, did Whitney leave? I don't see them in the thing up here anymore.
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
here. Every time I switch off screen, it switches me off.
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking at references.
Lance says, do not walk behind a horse girl. I Love You Too says, horse girl's killed and will kill again.
I was never a horse girl. I never went through that phase.
I remember when I was in like middle school, I had a crush on a horse girl, and then I like found out she was a horse girl, and I remember being like, "Damn, I don't like her anymore." I remember the process.
You remember?
Like I remember I finally like worked up the courage to talk to her and hang out, and she was really nice. And then she like mentioned horses, so I was like, "Oh, haha,
You're like,
cool.
oh,
What's
shit.
that like?" And then she talked about horses for like an hour, and I was like, "I never want to see her again." That was my entire experience with horse girls.
Horse girls are terrifying, man.
I mean, I used to like ride horses because I was just bored and wanted something to do. So I was just like, I got
Well, there's a difference between like people like I know girls who ride horses, but like horse girls are like everything is horse themed. All they talk about is horses. They're like, I don't know, they neigh or something. They refuse to use glue. Like you know them. They are a special breed.
I remember just like like cantering is basically just like horse running. Like I was riding a sick horse that had like asthma, and was like really coughing, and I got thrown off the front. And like, God, I was traumatized. I thought I was gonna get stamped on. It wasn't even that big of a horse as well.
Dude, yeah, if you fall off a horse wrong, you can like break your back, paralyzed.
Oh yeah,
boom.
It can fuck you up. Imagine being a horse though and having an asthma attack.
The thing about horses is they're like really fucking stupid. Like I'm pretty sure they're dumber than dogs.
Horses.
Like horse
they get
girls
spooked
think they're all
really
intelligent.
easily.
Exactly. They get spooked easily. They're easy to trick. They're not very big thinkers, so they'll hurt themselves easy. Except when another animal gets hurt, they fix it. But when a horse breaks its leg, it's like, I guess we have to kill you now. You will never be the same. You're broken forever.
I mean, I guess that's how most people get into like accidents with horses. Like they get spooked and like buck the person off.
Yep. Oh yeah. Or they just like miss a jump wrong or something.
And
they fall off.
They're good eats though, from what I hear.
Yeah, Angus. Is that what Angus is? Is Angus horse meat?
That's beef.
What's horse meat called?
I don't know. I've had venison before.
Venison's good. My dad's like killed deer before and got it turned into like spicy jalapeno cheddar jerky. Oh man.
Oh, that's good.
That's the shit. I Love You Too says, you can be a female who engages with horses and not be a horse girl about it. Exactly. Horses haven't got a thought behind those eyes. And then they just quoted me. They don't. They're just they suck. Okay, you know what's a great animal? Cows. I've birthed a cow before. Or helped birth a cow. I wasn't like
you gave birth to a cow?
No. Like I helped a farmer. Like a cow was.
Congratulations, Darnell.
Thanks. I'm very proud of them. No.
Imagine. My God.
But like cows, they're a sweet animal. All right. That's an animal. They're more like dogs. They're loving. They're affectionate. And I honestly think cows. I mean, I have no scientific proof for this. I could be totally wrong if I look it up, but I feel as though cows are infinitely smarter than fucking horses. I hate horses. All my homies hate horses.
I mean, I guess they're like horses in a way. They don't know their strength, so it always has to be cautious.
Yeah, that's true. You can die getting like kicked by a cow. It's happened.
Yep.
Very rare death, but it does happen.
I wonder how delicious like horse meat is compared to cow meat. 'Cause, like, what if we could turn society onto eating horses and spare the cows?
I would imagine it's probably not as good. Well, the thing is, cows raise quicker to a point where like you can eat them, and they yield more meat than horses. But additionally, horses are like they you know, their whole life is like movement, so they are very toned. So the flesh is really muscular. So it's probably like tougher and chewier than like cows that sit around all day and graze.
They were like bred for very different purposes.
Yeah.
So it can be hard to reverse all that.
We
Yeah,
gotta start a
exactly.
movement of breeding delicious
Yes.
horse meat.
I'm sure you could breed delicious horses, but I just probably would imagine the time investment and like how many years it would take and like the meat you get out of it would not be worth it.
Oh god, all the
I don't know.
backlash you would get out of it.
Oh yeah, horse girls, you would get like there would be a horse girl
They would
terrorist
riot.
organization and they would like gun down your family members.
That's
Oh.
what PETA does.
Yeah, basically. But like horse girls, dude, horse girls would make PETA look like fucking cowards if horses were in danger. They would just fucking come running on all fours and stampede the farm.
Nice that video.
Oh god, that image, just like, what's that rumbling noise? You just see like 80 women on all fours, just like,
Wait.
hop in the fence. No.
Here's my bid to whoever's watching this. Please make a horse girl SCP, please. They're so uncanny.
That would actually be so funny, like eerie horse
Just look
girl.
at horse girls running on all fours and you will be converted. You will know.
You could do that from so many angles. You could do the obsession with horses. You could do like the whole horse girls
They're
that
turning
walk on
into-
all four, or you could do horses themselves are an anomaly that like infect the mind of women aged X to Y in like a large percentage of the population, and like just make them an anomalous creature that we just assume is an animal because they've become so common now.
And if you don't write it, I'll send the horse girls after you.
No, please. Why do I hear Red Dead combat music? Banker Paul says my new meditation image.
The horse girls?
Yeah, I think so. Lance says from the outside, vampire phase looks the same as hacker phase. Wait, what? What's a vampire phase?
That's my final form.
It's not a phase, it's my life. Blah.
God, my friend went to like a really, really big vampire face.
God. I never get the attraction. Everybody's like, oh my god, the vampires are so hot, man.
Everyone's like
Oh.
vampires and werewolves are hot, but like really it's all about monster girls. Come on.
So everybody thinks like werewolves are hot, but when the furries do it, it's questioned.
To be fair though, like
The
you
double
know, I can't
standards.
say anything. I don't want to say anything because like I know furries are like in,
They're
in
gonna
large
riot.
amount in this community and they would destroy us, so I'm not. But I'm gonna say I think it's a little weird. I mean, you do you enjoy what you enjoy. I enjoy weird stuff too, but it always, and you know, most furries I meet are pretty normal people. They're like, yeah, you know, it's our niche thing, but it's what we like. But there are some people that are like, I don't get why people think it's so gross and weird. And it's like, I mean, come on, well, come on.
I mean,
They're gonna
I mean-
riot now. You summon the
I
horde.
will be executed summarily.
Cancel
like
culture.
it's like the bad side of like fandoms are always the loudest. They're just like,
Yeah, that's the
Well-
other thing too. Is I think the bad side of the furry fandom gives them a bad rap because you know, like the diaper shitting and like destroying hotel rooms and like, roofing people. Definitely gave some bad impressions.
God. I got nothing personally against it. So
Oh, here
long
we
as
go. Lan says, "Do it like Hog Slice and Death Knife, right? Horse Girl first, and in the sequel she fights Rat Man."
I'm drawing horse girl right now.
Horse Girl versus Rat. Oh, like half girl, half horse. I say that like there can't be female horses. I just realized how dumb that was.
oh no.
I want to see Horse Girl versus Ratman, because Ratman might scare Horse Girl because horses get scared so easy. Would have to use its
Oh.
intimidation factor.
I want
I'll
to see
go
the
for Rat
kaiju
Man.
battle between Ratman and Horse Girl.
You know what's a really cool, like, underrated fantasy monster? Is
What?
were-rats. Like, I know D&D does, like, were-everything, and that's become more popular recently, but for the longest time, I think were-rats are, like, really cool, because, like, when it's, like, large rat people, it's still, like, enough to be creepy and, like, mildly dangerous, but it's not as much as werewolf, where it's, like, the big threat in the town, and they often have this element of, like, they have a secret underground society of were-rat people, whereas with werewolves, it's, like, one werewolf, usually, and, like, they always have to, like, do crime in the sewers and shit. I just love that trope. I don't know. There's something cooler about it to me.
I want to make a were-rat character now.
Yeah, they're very cool.
I will make you a were-rat, OC. It'll happen.
Good Day says, I got like 2 words into writing Horse Girl SCP when I realized that I had no idea what to write and that the idea was stupid.
Oh! It is a brilliant idea, man. You just don't understand its power.
Is the idea stupid, or is your lack of determination stupid? Because I think it's the latter.
I now remembered. Oh yeah, I get called furry a lot at school, even though I am very much not.
Yeah, man.
Just like, yes, me draws fluffy monster. It's like, furry.
No, because see, monsters are actually cool, but like furry stuff, the specific aesthetic of furry, of like the anthropomorphic animal, is not my jam. Because like when I like monsters, I either like full-on monsters because they're cool, or like when I say monster girls, it's like basically just a human with like monster characteristics. But like furry, it's like 90% animal, and like the vaguest notion of human, like they stand on 2 legs and can talk. And also like fursuits to me look super uncanny. Like that's straight out of like a fucking creepypasta.
Yeah. I mean, I usually give like monsters like vaguely like human tendencies, like it's like a vaguely human face, just to make it a bit more scary, almost. Just like it looks right, but also really wrong.
You know what's really hard to do in art? I feel like it's one of the few things that's easier to do IRL than like in a drawing is Uncanny Valley. Like proper Uncanny Valley.
Oh, it is so hard. I really don't see people pull it off in art.
Like, I don't think I've ever really done it.
In most things, I feel like it's maybe not easier because art's obviously a lot of work, but like there's a lot of options and creativity you can do in art that you can't do in real life. But Uncanny Valley, I feel like only works in like I don't want to say live action, but you know what I mean, like those. Remember that Uncanny Valley robot girl that's like, I feel fantastic. I don't know if you could like draw that properly. Yeah, exactly.
Let me show you some medical dummies. I'll show you some creepy. Hang on.
5 Nights at Furries.
Oh no.
I think.
Oh. God.
Get in the fursuit.
No.
God. That's kind of basically what 5 Nights at Freddy's is, isn't it? But it's like animatronics instead of suits.
Don't give the furries ideas.
They're already there.
Yeah, they're already there. I've like barely done any art this stream, Lamau.
It's okay.
Do you like my rat man?
I do.
Do you like my horse girl?
It's not.
It's just a horse. But yes,
what?
I do. It's just a horse. What's the girl part?
Wait,
it's got some sweet
I drew the horse. I can't see the horse girl.
Zoom out.
It's by the rat.
It's underneath the Cyclops rat.
No, that's mine.
Wait, what?
Oh, it isn't.
What?
Oh, I'm moving it to your rat.
I'm gonna draw an arrow. Hold on. It's not drawing for some reason.
It's right next to your rat.
Yeah, this one's mine.
What?
Is it? What?
No.
The red one.
No, the purple one.
I don't see any purple.
Wait, a purple one? What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, do you guys not see my art?
No?
Is it not on the visible layer? Did you make it visible?
Oh my god, it did not load. I reloaded the page and my art's gone.
No.
Yeah, because this whole time I thought that red one that you were talking about was the horse girl. I'm like, it's just a horse. I didn't know what you meant.
What the hell?
Oh, there it is! Something's there!
It.
No.
Wait.
What the fuck?
I'm drawing it where the little rat... I was drawing where the little rat man was, but it wasn't... What the fuck?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No one saw my horse girl.
Do you have a screenshot of it?
Wait, chat, did you guys not see me drawing this whole
No,
time?
it didn't show up for me, so it didn't show up for them.
Nope.
Oh.
Do you have a screenshot of it? God, this whole time you
No,
kept saying
I
horse girl. I was
reloaded
like, it
the
just
page.
looks like a horse. I'm confused.
I'm so mad now because I reloaded the page because I want to see if that would change anything.
I guess you have to simply redraw it. Here, I'll remove my rats so that we can see it. Give me a minute.
Wait.
Here, draw us your horse girl again. I'll put it.
No, I'm tired.
Oh, that's
not
fair.
drawing.
Do you guys just want to do like a just chatting and like random doodles for a couple minutes before we call it?
I mean, isn't that pretty much what we're doing right now?
Yeah, but like maybe no prompt, just like free scribble, and like we'll go a couple more minutes. I'll say in chat if you guys have any questions for me, Whitney, or Wendigo, ask now. We'll probably go another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll start closing it off. We might, if you guys are down to do this again in the future, I'd love to do this again.
Sure.
This was super fun and chill, and it's like I think especially having 2 guests on is like makes it so much easier to stream and like hold conversations.
So I can run off and do whatever, or someone can run off and do whatever, because then you don't have to rely on one.
Exactly, and there's like more input for stuff. Like usually Hamilton carries me, but when I'd have like Jack on, a lot of times he wouldn't really like help me that much with the talking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard to like stream alone and talk to yourself. So it's very helpful to have a bunch of people on.
I think it's hard with like if I were to just do this, or if someone else were to just do this, it's kind of hard to maintain and entertain a group when you're just like one person, because there's almost a bit of disingenuous. Disingenuous. I don't know how to say that word.
What you're doing is you're trying to use an adjective as a noun, and that's why it's coming across weird. You're trying to use disingenuous when you're saying comes across. You should say it comes across as disingenuous rather than when you know what I mean? That would make it sound right.
It comes across as disingenuine. I feel like I don't mean to shit talk like other guests. What's happened before has been super genuine, but for me, it would come across as a bit disingenuine to just like try and entertain people versus having conversation, if that makes more sense.
Yeah. No, I feel that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with specifically doing something to try and entertain people, but I feel like, at least in the format we typically do stuff in, it's much easier to just, like, talk. That's why I often have more fun with, like, the tangents and discovering SCP than, like, the reading, unless it's a really good SCP.
Yeah.
It's just, like, where our thoughts go and the conversations take us. I think that's where the meat is for me.
Yes. Also, just, like, having, like, 2 guests on just makes it look a lot more entertaining, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And easier. I mean, as a person who finds talking like really hard, it's like having an extra person there it helps.
Absolutely. To like so people can kind of have breaks and jump in and out. Very easy, very natural flow. I wanted to at some point, this might be too crowded, but I wanted to have like all the guests we've ever had on the podcast for like one mega episode. But like the more time goes on, both that would be a scheduling nightmare, but also like after being on Yurtcast, it was just like so crowded. You know, I like Yurtcast. Go check out Yurtcast if you haven't. I think they're good, but like for me, it was just so crowded that was like a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I think certain personalities would overtake others.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I know I have a tendency to talk a lot. It's a bit unintentional, but I feel like I might drown other people out.
Right. Like my max for a group is like 5 to 6 people I think is good, but when you get like, especially in the double digits onward, it's just too many voices, too many people.
Agreed.
Alright, let me see if anyone asked us questions now that we've like waited for a bit. I don't see any. Do you got, maybe, let me refresh the stream. Last chance, guys, don't forget to ask us questions now before I close it off. Let me close out and re-enter and see if anything appears. Time for Time says, do a Discovering SCP guest Among Us game. That could be fun.
God. Find out who's the best at lying. It'd be awesome.
When the imposter says, I owned Tannen Among Us. He got owned so hard.
They don't even play Among Us anymore.
No,
I'm pretty bad at it
in forever. What happened was every time, for a while I was working, and every time I was like finally free, people would be like, we don't feel like playing now, and they'd always play when I'm gone, and then I was just like, I don't want to play this anymore.
That is very sad.
Do a group dinosaur games. It'd be awesome.
Whitney, I think you've got a fangirl.
Oh,
I Love You Too says, question, why is Whitney so cool and talented?
Aw, thank you. I'm not cool and talented. There are far more cool and talented people than me.
Well, no, you're definitely cool and talented, but this person especially seems to be a fan of you. They've been like bringing you up a lot in the chat.
Wait, who is it?
I Love You Too is their name on here. I think it's Love You is their like main.
Huh.
I've seen them around before in like the comments back in the day. They haven't really commented recently though. They were I think they entered the art contest we did a million years ago.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But there's definitely some cool SCP artists. Obviously, check out Wendigo's stuff, but I think there's a lot of artists that don't get the attention they deserve on SCP.
Oh yeah, for sure. Time for Time says, do you have any Aetherial Space theories? Do either of you guys read Aetherial Space?
I listened to like all 4 series, but I didn't have too much time to listen to them much
Do you have
anymore.
any theories on it?
Skipper is dad. He's just the dad of the group.
I'll count that as a theory. Good Day says, what's y'all's favorite GOI?
I think the different. See, I like a lot of GOIs for the potential they have, not necessarily how they're represented, if that makes sense.
That's kind of how I feel too. Like often the concept to me is what I get attached to more than like most of the actual articles. Like for example, I really like the concept of Church of the Broken God, but I feel like a lot of the articles are too stiff and kind of make it, like too not as involved.
That's how I feel about Are We Cool Yet? Where a lot of the articles don't really take. For me, it's like a lot of them don't take advantage of this massive artist community we have. I'd like to see a lot of artists in like the Are We Cool Yet writing scene, and kind of using their art in a way to do that.
And what about you, Wendigo? You got any favorite GOIs?
I don't really know. I just love like sarcastic writing. Just it's like, oh yeah, some really bad serious stuff is going on. But anyways.
Oh, you would love Aetherial Space.
Why do you think I started loving that type of thing?
All right, last thing I'll read is it's a message directed for you, Whitney, again from I Love You Too. They said, yeah, life gets busy, my hyperfixation shift. I helped beta one of Whit's first SCP comics. Only actually published 2 things in the community, though.
Oh, you did an SCP comic?
No, they said they baited one of your first comics. So I assume that means they, like, credited or something. I don't know what baited means. Cool.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Thank you. If you critiqued that, thank you so much. God, I feel horrible for making someone sit through critiquing that.
I like those comics. I hope we get a chance to read those again soon. They're cool.
It'd be cool. I gotta work on a new one. Because as I like move on with life, I'd look at it and go, "Man, that sucks."
I just don't understand how people like do comics, like the amount of time it takes.
Oh yeah, because you have to write, which takes forever, and then you have to draw, which takes forever, and then you put all that hard work into something, and then some asshole at the cops is like, "This isn't as good as this other comic." This is
people
just blank but worth.
People have been pretty positive about it so far. The only one I got kind of a more negative response on was there's a comic I did called The Idea of Justice, and that was warranted. It was a pretty shitty comic.
I can't speak to it. I haven't read it in my memory, but that's a shame.
It's okay.
I think
it was.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. Trust me. You go first.
I was just gonna say most critique was valid, so I appreciate that. I don't mean to say it as in like, how dare people give me negative criticism.
Right. Well, there's a difference between like constructive negative criticism too. That's especially helpful with art and writing, and like the thing people on the wiki do where they're like an asshole so they can seem like the cool, epic, aloof, tough but fair guy when really they're just the jackass guy. But I was about to say, I think we're gonna close off here. I would love to do this again in the future. Probably not next week. It'll probably be a bit before we do it again. But I'd love to have you guys back, and maybe if we can get Aethris or Ham or some other artists as well, that'd be super fun.
Yay.
But yeah, guys, if you see Wendigo or Whitney around the server, say hi. Please check the description to go see Whitney's author page and Wendigo's Twitter. They make some amazing stuff. You don't want to miss it. I'm dead serious. Click those links right now.
Do it or we'll send the horse girls.
Do it.
We'll
Do it or the horse girls will come for you. That's our new army at Tanhoney Towers. We're making an army of horse girls.
You know how like all the YouTube channels will have like their little like squad name? You guys could be the horse girls.
Yeah, you guys can be. That's our elite troop. I should make that a role in the Discord. Is like people that are on the streams regularly can be the horse girls. No one will understand when they're new to the server.
Oh god.
Awesome. I'll think about doing that. That could be fun.
Also, if you ever read a Wendigo SCP, you better have me on the podcast.
Do you have SCPs?
No, I don't. But it's just like Wendigo related ones.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sure.
My brand.
Bring that up to Tan in DMs and tell him I give you my blessing, because I will forget otherwise, and Tan's the one who organizes them. That'll be fun.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to close off. Any last remarks from you guys before I hit end stream?
Stay hydrated and get some sleep, because it's like 2:30 in the morning for me.
All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.
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 And end.